Hello, everybody. Welcome to the People's Congregation of Shakers and Movers. I am Sandy, and I'm here today, as usual, with Anna for our midweek reset. Hope you're having a good day. It's super warm out. Finally, summer is upon us, and I am just coming back from the beautiful state of Maine. And I'm so excited to announce we're going to be getting some stuff going up there. And of course, the first church of the People's Congregation of Shakers and Movers is located on scenic Lake Sherburne in the beautiful Waterboro Barrens. And I just wanted to put it out there that we are going to be retreating, and we're going to be organizing some, small group retreats that will be curated for the group's needs. And so my organization, Green Network Providers, our organization, Stanley is the founder of Green Network Providers, and Jody and Caitlin and I were up at Sebago Lake this weekend at St. Joseph's College, and they were able to teach a workshop about microdosing for pain management. And Matt also taught an amazing, it was like a sold out workshop. His room was packed about integration. And Maine just passed the decriminalization of psilocybin yesterday. So the state of Maine has been, a bit more progressive in the plant medicine space, whether that's cannabis or now mushrooms. So, our church supports activities that raise the vibration, and we are not endorsing any illegal activity, but isn't it kind of cool that now it's decriminalized, so you're not so much of a criminal when you want to try to partake in the practice of growing your own medicine, such as mushrooms. So I'm super proud of Green Network Providers and the work that we are doing, and if you're interested in a consultation, just go to greennetworkproviders.com. We have introduced some new services. One of them is an adult ADHD screening. Another one is ketamine education, and Caitlin is also able to prescribe nasal sprays and the lozenges for folks who want to do ketamine therapy. And we are encouraging folks to have a mental health therapist that they are also working with if they're going to try out this kind of newer therapy. But people are having amazing results, both for pain, PTSD, depression. So I'm really excited about the future of mental health and working with people on their mental health. And what we do here is a lot of integration, right?
Yeah.
That helps to kind of keep people feeling in the flow after they have these breakthrough experiences.
Well, what I love is the education behind it, and that people are making informed decisions based on, the network providers, the information that they provide the green nurses is so important. And I love that they've been building and building on this and educating the public. And I think that making those educated decisions and then having the support behind all of that, these practices, breath work, is so important. I love it so much.
Yeah, and I think Jody is going to join me on Sunday, which is going to be it's kind of like, I don't want to call it a psychic fair, but it's sort of like a wellness event at Shanti Shala down in Plimpton. And this is a beautiful event. Darnell hosts twice a year, a fall and a spring fair. And there's lots of vendors that are selling crystals.
It's a holistic event.
It's a holistic fair. Yeah, I like that. So there's like artists. You never really know exactly who's going to be vending, but I'm going to be there with my daughter, and her brand is called Why I Love You, and she has expanded. She is now making candles, and she's already making sugar scrubs and body butters that you can attest to are amazing.
Yes,
I'm just saying that. She's my kid.
No, actually, I bought a couple of things from her. One, I think she was making the candles, so I got one of those, which smells amazing, and the body butter. I got the jasmine body butter, and it just melts into your skin. It feels so good, and it's so therapeutic, and the aroma. Awesome job, Nomi.
Well, you can tell she puts a lot of love
Yes,
into that. I mean, that's a 7.5-hour process. Her and her friend are so cute. They're like, well, it's chilling in the freezer for 2 hours, Mom. We just have enough time to go get sushi. I'm like, okay, I didn't even try sushi till I was 19. These kids, they don't know how good they have it. So we have Shanti Shala this Sunday. Tonight we have Matt returning for our midweek vibe check, which is a light breathwork and sound healing offering. We will be opening the doors at 6:30. We won't get going until about 7 because we want to give ourselves a little bit of time to reconnect and chat. And if people want to partake in a sacrament in the back room, we do have a safe space to consume your cannabis sacrament. So that will be tonight, and we will wrap up by 8:30. So I hope to see some members. And if you plan to come, please RSVP because it's really limited to about 7-8 people with all of the stuff that we've accumulated here at the church. So tonight we have the vibe check. Sunday we have Shanti Shala, another great chance to connect. We will be here again next Wednesday with Anna doing our midweek reset. what else is going on? Oh, July 6th, we're going to be up at 38 West in beautiful Waterboro, Maine, and I'm hoping to reconnect with some of my friends from high school. I've been talking to a lot of people on Facebook that I haven't actually seen in 30 years, 25 years, something like that. So hoping to see some old familiar faces, and that's going to be a family-friendly event where we're going to be doing little tasters of sound healing and breathwork in just 15-minute sessions. We'll have Jenna from Frequency Astrology there doing mini astrological readings, and then Sam, her fiance, they are fianced now. Sam is a licensed massage therapist, and he's going to be doing chair massage with my CBD products.
Awesome.
So come down for that, and then we're hoping to get a couple of our Soul Saturday DJs there, and they have a beautiful outdoor tent now. So we're going to do Soul Sunday
Yay.
on 4th of July weekend. So I'm hoping you can join us for that, Anna, and maybe you can do some little mini yoga stretching sessions and whatever. So we are coming for you, Maine. Watch out. And yes, so today I'm feeling relatively good. The pollen in Maine was out of control, so my head is still stuffed up. And my wrist has been feeling a bit better, but I am struggling with the Raynaud's pretty bad. But you can see like the white, but that's like a whole perimenopause, another fun thing that we have to go through as women. But yoga therapy can really help with a lot of the symptoms that women experience as we go into this next phase of life, right? Like especially with sleep.
I
helping
love
us sleep.
So one of the things that I love about yoga therapy is the relationship that is created with my clients. My clients and I collaborate, and so having the conversation, talking about it, gives us a broader spectrum to research what's out there that can help. So everyone is unique, and everybody has different needs. So yoga therapy goes into your own unique thing. So whatever you tell me about, whatever you want to, whatever you don't want to feel, and if I can't find the research on it, or if I'm not educated in a particular thing, like deep Ayurvedic techniques for menopause, which I've heard are very, very good, I could refer you to those techniques to someone who practices herbal remedies for menopause, perimenopause. So that's what's beautiful about yoga therapy. I mean, I'm really getting a lot of great feedback. It creates relationship, and it empowers my clients. It empowers you to do what you want to do, what feels good to your body. And it's beautiful like that.
It's also accountability.
Yes.
I need that.
I'm always there. Yeah, no. And again, as a yoga therapist, I'm there for my clients. They reach out if they need to chat about something, if something's unclear, or if something is working, we share that too. So I love.
How do people find you on Instagram, Anna?
I'm at yogi_depaz, DEPAZ, so find me there. I haven't been too active on my Instagram, so I have to improve on that. I mean, I'm here in front of the camera every week, but I'm shy in front of the camera, so I just have to get it out there. So maybe you guys can
You're the hottest thing since sliced bread when it comes to punk rock hair yoga.
You gotta give me that energy. So.
And if you guys are interested, go to our YouTube page and check out some of the older videos. Anna has some really great chair yoga videos for beginners or those that are struggling with mobility, and then also shorter classes. We have some 30-minute sessions up there, so if you're not able to do a full hour or listen to us gab for 15 minutes and then 45 minutes of yoga, then we have some shorter videos up there. So thank you so much, Anna, for everything that you do for the community, and I'm so looking forward to summer and shaking and moving up at the lake. So yeah, hit me up if you guys are looking for some retreat action. Also the Bliss Bus. The Bliss Bus is our fundraising secret weapon, and we are bringing that out to help you raise the vibration, whether that's a wedding, whether that's a birthday party, whether you need safe passage to and from a concert in a judge-free zone. We are your people. So go to theblissbus.com and you can just send me a DM, or you can even text me and see what we have open for June and July.
And they're on Instagram too.
I'm on Instagram. I'm all over the place, guys. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and you find me, just Google me. All right. I'm going to stretch.
Thank you. All right. You're welcome. All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in again. So we're shifting into the warmer weather, which means we probably want to move our bodies less. But there are cooling techniques that you can do when you feel overheated. And that is just cooling down through the breath. There are cooling breaths. There are heated breaths that heat up the body, and breaths that actually cool down the body. So I'm feeling a little hot right now.
You're looking hot too.
Thank you very much. And yeah, I got my previous class going and dancing. I think that when people think of yoga, they just think of yoga postures, but yoga and what I do encompasses everything, including dancing. So if you come to one of my classes, depending on what class you go to, sometimes we end up dancing, we end up jumping, we end up releasing energy, and it's so much fun, and I absolutely love it. So what are we going to do today? A cooling breath. So for a cooling breath, it's a matter of sticking your tongue out and breathing in through a rolled tongue or a O shape of the mouth and also blowing out. If it makes you giggle, that's totally okay. Um, so let's get into calming our energy down just by taking natural breaths, and then we'll shift into a little cooling breath. If you're feeling a little overheated, you could totally skip it and just stay with a regular in and out breath at your own rhythm. And that's how we'll begin, and then we'll move our bodies, stretch our bodies. All right. Find a comfortable position, please. And we'll begin to expand the awareness into our breath. And forget about everything that's happened up to this point. Allow yourself to be. Yoga is awareness. And awareness is so beautiful and expansive. We begin with small awarenesses of our breath and then expand the awarenesses beyond ourselves into the life experiences that we have off the mat. So when you bring this practice from the mat, off the mat, magical things begin to happen. You begin to shift. Shift up. All right, so now that we're there, nice and calm through the mind, soft gaze, eyes closed, come into your heart space, and feel the gratitude that you feel for what brings joy to you, what creates love in your life. Those high frequency emotions should heat up the body. And we'll leave the cooling breath for the end of the session. Come into your intention through that gratitude and joy, creating a loving intention. Feel tall through the spine. Nice deep breath in and exhale it out. Wherever you are, begin to count to 5 as you breathe in. Exhale to 5 as you breathe out. Inhale to 5 as you breathe in. Exhale to 5 as you feel the breath leave the body. Continue in this pattern. inviting you to swallow at the back of your throat. Flutter your eyes open. If you're seated and on a mat, I'm going to have you reposition yourself to lying on your back. And once we're there, we're going to take a nice full body stretch. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening the body. Gravity's always pulling us down, so lengthening is so good. Point the toes. And then let's bring knees into chest. Just a soft little hug around the knees, rocking side to side. Maybe some movement in the ankle if you'd like. So remember, do what works for you in your body. You can rock side to side. You can always add a variation of a movement that I'm not doing because this is your practice. Let's take the knees into circles. So we'll place the hands on the knees and guide the knees around. Or if you want to work your core, you could just guide the knees around and let those muscles work on their own without your hands guiding them. So go both directions. And then lower the soles of the feet back down to the mat. Windshield wiper side to side. Hands can be anywhere that's comfortable for you. So a little share here. As a yoga therapist, I actually have a client that's an art therapist, legs up to the sky, which is so awesome to be working with a therapist who does a different kind of therapy than I do. Point and flex the feet. And we've been doing some great work together. And I'm so excited because she invited me to her office so that I could see how she works. So it's a beautiful place to be able to work with clients and extend it outside of just therapy and see what else we can do to help others. Bring the knees down towards the chest and then separate the knees. Flex the feet, a little frog position in the air. Draw those shoulders down towards the mat. And then bring the knees back, take the legs up to the sky again. Flex the feet, draw those toes towards you. And then bend the knees and bring everything back down. All right, from here, extend the legs. And then bring the arms up, interlace the fingers, and bring the hands behind your head. Let the elbows fall to the floor, to the earth. And then from here, a gentle lift of just the upper, the head, the neck, and the shoulders. And then slowly come back down. Inhale, lift. Come back down. It's not how high you go, just a gentle movement of the upper spine. And draw the navel in, engaging the core. And then come back down, bring the knees up towards the chest. And this time, we're going to bring the forehead towards the knees. And lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Stand. Do I need a mic? No. Rotate the ankles. I was wondering what was different.
Just talk loud.
Okay, I will. So I just wanted to make sure. Squeeze in, and then lower the legs all the way down. Take a full body stretch, and bring right knee to chest. Lengthen through that left leg. All right, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to lift that left leg all the way up towards the sky, foot flexed, and then lower down. Inhale, lift, lower down, and one more, and lower down. A gentle, soft twist, not a deep twist, just take that right knee across the body, just as far as it's comfortable, not going too deep. Bring it back to center and lengthen for a full body stretch. Bring left knee to chest. Flex both feet. Tuck chin, drop the shoulders, pull the navel in, and lift that right leg up to the sky. Foot flexed. And 2. And lower. 3. And lower. 4. And lower. And 5. And lower. Full body stretch. And we're going to do a variation of a boat pose. So this is also working the core, and we're doing core work here. And the boat pose, as we know, is usually knees bent and the upper body's up. On the mat lying down, what we're going to do in boat pose is reach and use our core to lift the legs and the upper body and then come back down. We won't hold it. Nice deep breath in, reach and lift and lower. Inhale, lift and lower. Now you could do this just with the upper body and reaching without lifting the legs. So do what's comfortable for you. One more reach. Full body stretch. All right. Bring right knee to chest. And then we're going to let that knee fall all the way to the right side body. Let the sole of the foot find a comfortable position on the left leg. So visualize a tree pose, and your right foot can rest on the inside of the left calf, or it can rest higher. But the real focus is just letting that knee fall open to the right side. On the next breath, bring the arms up over the head, and you can lengthen here. You can do a little wide cactus position with the arms if you'd like. Remember to breathe, or you can lengthen the arms, flex that left foot. Again, lengthening the body. So we're lengthening and we're letting that hip joint open comfortably without worrying about balance. And then from here, bring that right knee up, squeeze it into chest, lengthen, full body stretch, and then reach for left knee to chest. Let that left knee fall to the left side body. Find a comfortable place where you want to position your foot. And then reach the arms over the head. And breathe. Bring the arms into cactus position, and then let the soles of the feet meet together in a butterfly position. Let the legs flutter for a moment. And then find stillness as the front side body opens. And that's opening the chest, stretching out the hips, letting the knees weigh with gravity. Slight tuck of the chin. And from here, let's bring those knees back up. And then begin to rock up and down. And come to seated. And swing the legs around, find your tabletop position. Let's cat-cow here. So feel your shoulders over wrists, hips over knees on the inhale, Abdomen is going to fall to the earth. Tail's going to tilt. We're going to gaze up to the sky. Exhale, finding neutral spine or tucking chin and rounding in. Inhale, abdomen down, tilt tail, take the gaze up. Exhale, neutral spine or tuck in. Continue. Nice deep breaths. Really getting into that movement of the spine. And then come back to center. Tuck the toes, shift the hips back. And we're going to walk the hands towards the knees, place the hands on the thighs. So this is an uncomfortable position. If it's too intense, because this is hero pose, on the toes, lift the body up to release the tension. So this is the movement we're going to do right here, a lift off the toes and then a settling in, hips onto the heels. But on the next breath, we're going to inhale the arms up, releasing that pressure on the toes, and then exhale, we're going to gently sit back down to feel the pressure on the toes. Inhale, lift. So this is a really good stretch for your feet without feeling too much intensity in the stretch of the toes. We have two more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Beautiful. Come back to your tabletop. Lengthen that right leg. Point toes down and square the hips, bend the knee, and let's rotate that hip. About 3 each side. And then lengthen the leg. Ground the toes, so let those toes touch the ground, and then press through the heel. If it feels comfortable, you can lower down on the forearms and lengthen that leg a little bit more. Engage the right quad. Okay, and then you're going to feel that lengthening of the calf as you press the heel back. Okay, I'm going to bring my hands back underneath my shoulders to lift my body up and press. Engage the quad and notice what it feels like there. Pull navel in. Then lift the toes and take the foot to the right side body. Parallel the foot to the mat. Okay, so this was really interesting because when we take the leg out, we have a tendency not to engage the quad. We just let the leg reach the outside body, and then once we begin to shift the hips back, we can definitely feel the stretch in that muscle inside the groin. So what we're going to do here is going to feel a little bit more intense because you're going to engage the quad. So stay right here and tell that quad, that right quad, to lift. Breathe. And then with that engaged quad, begin to shift back. You might have a little bit more of a limitation just because the stretch becomes a little bit more intense. Breathe through it. And then go as far as you're comfortable. Again, you can lower down and shift the hips back a little bit more, keeping the awareness of the engagement of that quad right in that abductor. All right, hands underneath the shoulders. If you lowered, we're going to lift that leg up, bring it back, and across over that left leg. Find your toe, ground the toes, and press through the heel. Again, you can come down on your forearms and press. Engage the quad. Hold the navel in. One more breath. Hands underneath the shoulders, lift that leg up, bring it back, bend the knee, a little circle just to release the hip, and come back to your tabletop. Shift side, side, circle the hips to loosen up the hips again, and reset, and then come back to center. Other side, so left leg extends, bend the knee, flexing the foot, and circle. Rotate the hip. Both directions. And then lengthen the leg, gazing at the top of your mat, lower those toes to the ground, and press through the heel. Engage the quad. So the quad is everything. And I've really been bringing that in because I've noticed that a lot of my students, or a lot of us, even myself, forget to engage the quads. So we need a lot of communication with our quads to make it count. You can lower here, engage the quad, and press. One more breath. And then bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Lift the leg up, toes point down, bring it to the left side body. Let that foot parallel. Engage the quad. Okay, so you're feeling that abductor there. A gentle shift back slowly. Engage the quad. If you want to lower, you can lower. Continue to engage the quad. Move in slowly and compassionately. You might be sore with a lot of the quad engagement, but that's okay. That means that the muscle's building. And then hands come back underneath the shoulders as we lift the leg, bring it back and bring it across over to the left side, to the right side. On your toes, you're going to press back. So the leg might slide as you find the position that feels good for you. Again, you can come down and press through the heel, pull navel in, engage the quad. This is why I love moving slowly, because we get to feel much, much more in the body. And then hands underneath the shoulders, lift the body back up, lift that leg up, bring it back, and release. So let it go. So movement with the legs, shift side, side, circle. All right. Let's take a wide-legged child's pose. Shift the hips back, and this is lengthening the quads here. As the hips touch the heels, lengthen the upper body, arms extend forward, and lengthen there. One more breath. And then bring the hands back towards the knees, come back to your tabletop. We're going to lift into a downward facing dog. Nice deep breath in. First, we're going to hover. So curl toes under and lift the knees. Take a little hover here, or if this is too uncomfortable, press to your down dog. One more breath, and lift. Lift the hips up and back, and begin to walk your feet in place. Press the heart towards the thighs. Untuck the chin as you gaze towards the ankles. And then round the low back as you lift the heels and walk your feet to meet the hands at the top of the mat, forward fold. Let's ragdoll here. Let that upper body feel heavy. If hands are reaching the floor, Reach behind the heels, so reach behind the ankles. Take a little grasp there. On the next breath, a little lift of the body. So this is if you want to go a little deeper, and then bring the crown of the head down. Gently press the knees away and draw yourself down a little bit more. So it's just going a little deeper. Or you can stay in a ragdoll position with arms loose, shoulders loose. So it all depends on what you're feeling your body needs. You know, maybe you've been sitting a while and really getting into a deeper stretch of those hamstrings is feeling good. All right, hands on the shins, coming to a half lift. Let's tilt the tail, pull the navel in, draw those shoulders back and lengthen through the crown. And let's take 2 breaths here so we can sense how the body's feeling in this position. 1 more breath. And slowly release and gently roll up. Mountain pose, arms by your side, engage the quads. Pull navel in and up, shoulders draw up, round and back, slide those scapulas down, and inhale, arms come up. Palms touch, gently reaching back. From here, bring the hands to heart and bend the knees and take a forward fold. Dive down. Hands on the shins, coming to a half lift, tilting the tail navel in, lengthening through crown, and then plant the palms, let that right foot step back. Drop the knee. Okay, so lengthen that leg or walk your left foot forward a little bit so you can get a little space between the thigh and that left hip, the right thigh and left hip. So you're lengthening here, coming to the top of the knee. Curl the toes under, and then shift the hips back, lengthening that left hamstring. Take a bow, shift forward, adjust the back leg to your comfort, and inhale, arms up. Plug front big toe in and reach back. You're going to take the gaze up and breathe. From here, open up to the left side. And then come back up, lower down, ground right palm, inhale left arm up, and then lower that left arm, bracket front foot, lift back knee, round the low back so you can step it back, adjust your hands underneath the shoulders, knees down, shift the hips back, sweep it forward, tuck the elbows, take an up dog, and then press to your down dog. Round the low spine to walk the feet to meet the hands, forward fold. Roll all the way up. Extend the arms up. Palms touch, reach back, pull those quads up. Swan dive down, forward fold. Hands on the shins for a half lift, and then exhale, plant palms, left foot steps back, drop knee. Inhale, arms up. Lower them down. Okay, so the reason I'm lowering them down is because I want to show you something, my beautiful Sandy. All right, so I know that when you're on your knees, we have the patella, which is really, really bony. And when you're directly on the knee, that doesn't feel good. So what I've been like you to feel is the lengthening, and we did this on the other side of that back leg, maybe a wiggle of that front foot forward so you come to the cushiony part of the top of the knee, okay? So then that takes the pressure off the patella, and then even though the movement might be a little bit limited because of the position of the legs, you won't get as much pressure on the top of the knee. All right, so we're going to open up to the right side this time, and then come back to center, lower the arms, ground left palm, inhale, right arm up, and then lower it back down, take a half split, shift the hips back. Shift forward, tuck back toes, lift back knee, round the spine to lift that front foot and bring it back. Drop the knees, shift the hips back. Sweep forward, tuck the elbows, crunch up the dog, press to your downs. Round the low back to walk the feet beneath the hands, forward fold, top of them. Roll up. Pressing through the feet, extend the arms out and up. Reach up, palms touch gently, reach back, hands to heart. How did that feel? Awesome. All right, so shoulders back, pull navel in and up. Engage the quads. Inhale, arms come up. Reach up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, hands on the shins. Exhale, plant palms. We're going to take a warrior one position. Right foot steps back, angle that foot at a 45-degree angle. And you can create space, so the foot placement, you can take it wide to decompress the low spine, or take a natural hip distance stance. Reach up with your arms up. Bend into that front knee. Draw left hip back. Beautiful. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, hinge forward halfway. Inhale, reach back up. We're going to open up to the right side. Lower right arm, reach over left, arm over left ear, and then come back to open, and then rotate that left arm down and up to come back to your warrior one. Inhale, hinge halfway. Lengthen and engage that back quad, come all the way up, open up right side. Right arm drops, left arm over left ear, and then come back to open arms, rotate that left arm down and up to come back to warrior one. One more, reach forward, engage back leg. Come back up, open up right side. Reach over, left arm over left ear, and then wiggle the arms down, front foot steps back, drop the knees, or you can fold chaturanga if you'd like. Sweep up dog, press to your down. And then walk your feet to meet the hands, forward fold, top of the mat. Roll all the way up. Extend arms up, reach up. Palms touch, gently reach back. Swan dive down, forward fold. Hands on the shins, half lift. Exhale, plank palms, left foot steps back. Find your warrior one footing. So you want that back heel flat, and inhale, arms up. And breathe. Draw the right hip back. Inhale. Exhale, hinge. Engage back leg. Inhale, come up by pulling up that quad. Open up left side. Drop that left arm. Inhale, right arm over. Come back with open arms. Rotate that left arm down and up to meet the right. Inhale, reach halfway. Come all the way up. Open up left side. Lower left arm, reach over with right. Come back to open arms. Drop that left arm, let it rotate all the way back up to meet the right. All right. Breathe. Nice deep breath. Lower the arms down. Bracket front foot and step it back. Find your plank or variation. Come all the way down to your abdomen, hands underneath the shoulders. Give a little space between the feet to decompress the low back. Inhale, press all 10 toes in, tuck the elbows close to the body, and lift the heart. Chin parallel to the floor, engage the quads. So that's what the toes are doing, are engaging the quads as you press and lower. Arms by your side, left cheek to mat. Nice deep breaths. Chin back to center, hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the elbows, press all 10 toes, feel those quads lift the heart, and slide the heart forward, shoulders back. And lower. Right cheek to mat, arms by your side. You can bend the knees here and windshield wiper if you'd like. Rotate the ankles, and then lower back down. All right, full locust, back strengthening. We're going to lift everything off the mat on the in-breath. Nice deep breath in. Arms lift, legs lift. Everything lifts off the mat. Lifting a little higher and lower everything back down the mat. You can bend knees if you'd like and windshield wiper. Or give some movement to the ankles. Or find your stillness. Second set. Chin to mat. Nice deep breath in and lift everything. Arms lift, legs lift, everything lifts. Take one more breath and lift a little higher and lower everything down, right cheek to mat. Find stillness. Connect with your heart. Hands underneath the shoulders. Bring the chin back to center, tuck the toes, gently lifting yourself back up, and shift the hips back. Lengthen the arms. Let's take another child pose here. You can take the knees wide, let the toes touch, and lower your heart and your third eye to the mat. If you'd like here, a tricep stretch, palms together. So palms together, you can bend the elbows while your head's down and bring those hands behind the neck, behind the shoulders. Walk the elbows forward. Shift the hips back. And release. All right, let's walk the hands back towards our knees. Shift the hips to one side and swing the legs around. Slide my mat down a little bit. All right, let's actually bring our arms behind us. Knees bent, windshield wiper. Turn the hands so the fingers point forward, and we're going to do a little hip mobility here with the feet a little wider. Take the knees all the way to the left side. And that's going to lift your right side body, which is okay. And then let's reach over with that right arm. And then lower. Catch yourself and switch. And then release that left arm. Let's reach over. And then lower back down. Windshield wiper side to side. Okay, reach forward. Let's do a balance here. Find your sits bones, they're right there. Find the front and the back. Begin to lean and lift. Use your core here. Pull the navel and heart forward, shoulders back. Stay right where you are, or you can extend. And then gently release. Slow descent. Here we go. Ground the toes, pull the navel in. Slow, 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 we go. And then we land on our mat. Arms over the head, full body stretch. And arms by your side. Bend the knees. And let's come into a supine pigeon pose. Take that right ankle over the left knee or thigh. And we're going to lift that left leg up so we can reach through the legs. Interlace the fingers underneath that left thigh. Flex both feet. Tuck the chin, drop the shoulders down, and gently pull. Nice deep breaths. So if you're really flexible in the hips here, you can even lean to one side to deepen the stretch. And pull. All right, release the hands, lowering that left leg to the mat. Extend the arms into a T, and then take the knees to the right side, gaze to the left side. One more breath. Come back to center, release the legs, and switch. Left ankle over right thigh, lift right leg to interlace the fingers and weave the hands through the legs, interlace fingers underneath right thigh, flex both feet. Tuck the chin, drop the shoulders, and pull. Gently and compassionately drop into that heart space. Feel the joy. Remember, if you have even more flexibility in the hips, you could lean over to the right side a little bit and pull. And I'll go in a little deeper, a little differently. And then come back to center, slowly release. Dropping that right knee down, take that right leg down, take the arms to a T and take the knees to the left side body. Keep that left foot flexed and take the gaze to the right side. Slowly come back to center. Release the legs, windshield wiper side to side. Come back to center, extend the legs, take a full body stretch. Bring knees into chest, tuck into a little ball, maybe lifting the forehead towards the knees. And then lowering back down and squeezing in, tucking the chin, lowering the shoulders down. You could reach for the elbows, tight little ball. This is great for digestion, for your large intestine, for just getting the stuff moving in the digestive system. So release and take the hands over the knees and knee circles. And then any last movements that you would like to include, you're very welcome to. And find yourself in final resting pose. Remember, legs can be up in the air in a supported legs up the wall. If you have a block, you can take a block underneath the low back and rest the low back there. That feels really good. Or you can take butterfly position. So do what feels good to you. coming into a relaxed position. Take the palms up to the sky to externally rotate the shoulders and open up the heart. And come back into your heart space to feel that gratitude for having a moment in your week to reset and recalibrate your nervous system. And I begin to lower my legs, remove the block, and come down to my back, extended legs. Feel the bliss. If you want to cool down the body a little bit more, shape the lips into an O. Breathe in. Breathe out through the O. You don't have to do it for too long. Take 3 breaths that way. Swallowing at the back of your throat. Let the body feel heavy. Feel light in the mind. Thanking yourself for showing up for yourself today. I'm going to begin to shift and bring gentle movement back. You can stay in Shavasana for as long as you like in the comfort of your own home. I'm going to roll over to my right side just for a moment and then press myself back up to seated. And we'll come to our breath in seated, hands at the heart center. Take a moment here. Come into your hearts. Feel that love. It's expansive. It is you. As we seal class together today, please join me in bringing our prayer hands to our third eye to remind us to think kindly and compassionately and with gratitude, to our lips to speak with kindness, compassion, and gratitude, and to our hearts to remind us to live in full intention through love, gratitude, and joy, creating lots of wisdom that requires lots of courage and lots of grace. From my heart to yours, thank you so much for joining me today.